YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner, and today is a special upload because I think this is my first collaboration with another YouTube channel, female, black, beautiful, who was a subscriber, who's first now joining on Jody's Corner for the first time. Asia's in the building. What's up, Asia?
I'm so excited for this.
So we're doing One Has to Go MCU edition. Tell me, how did we get here? Well, you had an idea. You hit me up and says we should do a One Has to Go for the
I
MCU.
want to do a collab. I was first thinking something for WandaVision, but I was like, nah, it's gonna take too long. And then I was thinking of ideas, and I just started writing everything down. And I was like, oh, that's dope. I like that idea because I haven't seen that. A One Has to Go MCU edition. I think that's pretty fire.
I think this video is gonna be fire. We're gonna take one movie out of
Yeah,
each MCU trilogy:
yeah.
Captain America
And
trilogy, Iron Man trilogy, Thor trilogy, and then we're gonna take one
there's
movie
four.
out of. Yeah, go ahead and break it down.
There's four Avengers, so we're gonna one out of those. And then since there's only two Guardians, two Spider-Mans, and two Ant-Mans, one of those. And then this is my favorite part about this is that Incredible Hulk, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, and Doctor Strange only have one movie.
Yeah.
So they got to pick out of one of those, which I'm pretty sure everybody knows is going to be so easy.
So we got to pick one of those four standalone little solo movies because they haven't had their sequel out of Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Hulk, and Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
So this is the ultimate One Has to Go, guys. But let me Asia, can you tell them about yourself and what you are and who you are? Tell the
I've
JC
been a
fam.
subscriber to this channel since I was like a sophomore in high school, and like now I'm a sophomore in college.
Crazy. That's
I was,
crazy.
I remember I came home from seeing Captain America Civil War, and I was watching like reviews, and then I started watching spoiler reviews, and then I came across Jody's Corner, J3 Entertainment, and I was like, this is fucking awesome. Like, niggas on the couch talking about MCU, that's cool. So I
Yeah.
was like, this. And I just love the live streams. And then I got in dancing for football. So I missed a lot of the streams because practicing football games. And I'm like, oh, I'm missing the live stream. But I love this. Literally one of my favorite YouTube channels. And like watching all like the YouTubers I watch, I was just like, I would love to do that. So one day I was just like, I'm starting my own channel. And then the thing about me is I like to do too much. So I do makeup videos, I do reaction videos. I want to start and do movie commentaries. I want to do Marvel videos. I do makeup videos, vlogs, everything. Like I literally do everything on my channel. And
We're looking at your channel now, some of your videos while you're talking. So yeah, you do beauty. This is a beauty video I'm looking at. Then you have reaction videos to music, and you got fashion. You're like jack of all trades on your channel. You're not confined by
yeah,
one thing.
yeah, I can't do it. I have to do everything because I love everything, and I want to give my subscribers me. Like this is who I am. And I remember I was like, should I just do one thing? And I said, no, I have to. Anything that I love that came out, I have to react to it. My next one should be I did a Christmas vlog, and then I'm doing after that I'm doing a skincare review, and then after that is when I should upload my WandaVision spoiler review.
Ooh, we gonna see some WandaVision for sure. Speaking of
Yes,
WandaVision, before we get started, I told you we were gonna talk about it real quick. How you
yes.
feel? What you hyped for it?
That is okay. Out of all the Disney Plus Marvel shows, that is the one I'm hyped the most about because I've always been hyped for when I saw Wanda. Because everybody was like, Wanda, she's whack. She's
She
no,
was
and I'm
pushed to
like,
the side in
no.
the MCU though,
I was
Asia. She wasn't really who was she? You know what I mean? So it's like
yeah, that's why I was excited to see her character because I wanted to learn more because I
cool.
saw it at the earliest in Age of Ultron. That scene when Quicksilver sacrificed himself for Hawkeye and
Right.
those kids.
Yeah.
And that scene when she dropped down and she screamed and destroyed all the robots around her, I was like,
Yeah.
am I the only one seeing this? And
Yeah.
then I was like, just wait on it. I know right now she's kind of she keeps changing her accent, but
Yeah.
I'm like, we gonna get there. We gonna
Yeah.
get
We're
there. And
gonna
then I saw her in Civil War. I was like, she took over Vision. What the fuck? She took over Vision, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, she's still whack. Okay. In Civil War, she was saving everybody's ass.
So
I was
you
like,
hoping
okay,
that this show gonna put respect on her name then?
yes, I really hope because I've heard reviews that her acting was amazing, which we already knew that.
Yeah, she's a
And
good
then I was
actress.
like, when I saw in Endgame, Jody. They almost put me out of the theater because in Endgame, when she dropped down
Rain
and she
fire.
said everything from me, I was like,
She had that fool Thanos hurting. That nigga Thanos was hurt. Rain fire.
"Ray,
Do
I
it.
was like, bro, Cap didn't do that. Thor didn't do that. Iron Man didn't do that. Not
Nope.
even Captain Marvel
No.
ass. Got
I'll
all
give you that one. That's one I gotta give you. She was OP strong in that one scene. I was like, all right, for sure. So this
out
show
of
is taking
everybody.
place after that too. So
She lasted the longest with Thanos, and I was like, come on. Put
she was
respect.
she
Oh
was
my
about
God.
to end him. She was about to end
He
him.
was- If it wouldn't have rained fire, it was
Yeah,
over. It
she was about to end him right then and there.
was slowly taking off the armor. And the thing about her is, to be her, you have to be able to touch her. She don't have no hand-to-hand combat training.
Yeah.
So if you touch her, she's done. But if it's from afar and
Glass
you didn't have
cannon. We call them glass cannons. Yeah. She's a glass cannon. But you hit it, it's fragile glass.
so yeah, because like if you touch her, she's over. But if it's from a distance, you're not touching her.
So you're expecting
can't-
greatness from the show,
I'm so excited. Like, and then it's coming out tomorrow, and I didn't expect it to come out this early. I'm like, this is the one I'm most hype about. And then the fact that it's going to lead into Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange is going to lead into Spider-Man. I'm too excited. This is like the one. Honestly, Black Widow and Scarlet Witch is what I'm most hyped for. That's all I'm
Really
waiting
excited for Black Widow too. Yeah, that's I guess the way you are for Scarlet Witch, I am for Black Widow. I'm really hyped to see what her film does. So shout outs to the MCU. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had news today that Captain America's coming back, but Chris Evans,
I saw that too, and I was like, not getting
he recently put on Twitter like it's news to me. Like, so I don't know. They're playing the game, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so one has to go MCU edition. You got your notes, Asia. You're gonna go down the line with the trilogies and the films that we have to select. I have to select a movie that has to go, and are you gonna select a movie that has to go, or are we gonna have the same movie? Do we have to debate to pick the same movie?
I think we should like do your own and do my own.
Okay, all right,
like
fine.
you and Nicole did with the MCU.
For sure. Great. All right, so ladies first, tell us where we're going. I'll follow your lead. What's the first trilogy?
Iron Man. Now,
Iron Man. That's easy for me.
yeah, okay. I feel like we're gonna have different ones though.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
We're not gonna have different ones.
I
No,
think
we're
we
not.
are.
Nah.
One gotta go. I'm saying Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3 has to go.
Yes.
So you said Iron Man 3.
3. Listen, I've never had to watch MCU movie more than one time to finish it. It's like I had to watch at least 5 times to finish it because I kept watching and I was like, nah. Like I kept like procrastinating to watch it. And when I finally finished it, I was like, the coolest part about this shit to me was when Pepper had powers. I was like, other than that, I was like, no, because okay, here's the thing.
Iron Man 3 is
I
bad.
saw Iron Man 2 in theaters when I was like, I think it was like 8 or 9. And I guess it's me kind of being biased because Black Widow, when I saw her for the first time, I was like, who is this? I want to know about this character. I don't know. Iron Man 2 is my guilty pleasure movie. Kind of like how I am with Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 is my guilty pleasure.
Okay, you say I feel you. Iron Man 3 is bad. Is it worse than Iron Man 2? Because we both agree Iron Man 1 is fire, right?
Yeah.
All right, so
Iron Man 2, that's my thing though. I don't see no problem with Iron Man 2. I don't see
you don't see a problem with Iron Man 2. Whiplash, that weekend is villain, my boy. He got ran over by a Bentley.
You lose.
My boy. Dude with a Rolls Royce Phantom crashed into him. He's not a superpower. He's a regular guy. How is Iron Man having issues with a man who shows his skin? Just blast him one time.
Yeah.
So weird. You know what?
Right.
Iron Man 2.
I'm
picking Iron Man 2. I'm picking Iron Man 2.
Because that villain's...
That's it. Iron Man 2 is out of there for me. Jody Joe eliminating that. Iron Man 2 garbage. Iron Man 3 is garbage too. That's a good pick.
Iron Man 3.
All right, for sure. It has to go.
Yeah.
So put in the record book. Jody takes Iron Man 2. Asia, Iron Man 3.
Then again, I'm a tiny bit, 25% biased because of Black Widow.
Black Widow she's in. That's why I had to think about it. Like she's in there, and all, but what they did to the Mandarin, all the fans that was expecting the Mandarin to be amazing, and then he
Yeah.
sucked like that. That had me feeling like, sheesh, I wanna eliminate that so bad. And then you add Black Widow, which she was fired, but I feel like Iron Man 2,
Flash was not a villain. I don't know what that was.
yeah, I
Then
don't know.
Justin Hammer, it was like I don't even know what that what that was either. But I don't know. I guess as a Tony Stark movie, I just think that Iron Man 3 just not it for me. Because Iron Man 2, there's a scene, that scene when he fights War Machine. That is the most hilarious. They go back and forth, and he's like, "Take it. You want the suit? Take it.
Oh
Drop
yeah,
it."
at the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weak. Both of these
I
movies
was like,
suck.
"Oh God." That's what I tell. I argue with a lot of people for that. I'm like, people are like, "Oh no, Iron Man's the leader of the MCU. He's the leader of the Avengers." And I remember when who was it? X-Files said that,
Yeah,
and I was like, Iron Man's not the leader of the Avengers. Iron Man
yeah.
literally says, "Cap,
He gave
call
it
it,"
to him. He gave it to him in Avengers 1. Like, call it.
because
It's yours.
Cap just had better movies.
Yeah. There was a little struggle in that first Avengers movie of who was the leader, but
Hmm.
I like that Iron Man, he bowed down and let Cap,
That
he's the
that
leader.
fight, that fight, put on the suit. Let's go a few rounds. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
ooh, had me shook a little bit. So you got Iron Man 2, I got 3.
Yeah. I'm not mad at you. All right, next
I
up.
didn't put one. Next one's Thor.
The Thor trilogy. One has to go from the Thor trilogy. I'm ready.
I don't know.
All right, since you went first last time, I got this one. Iron
Yeah.
Man 1 is the best of the three. I'm protecting that one because it was a decent Thor film. It had lineage that I could roll with. I don't like the gold villain and all that, but Thor 1's safe. It's
Mhm.
that Thor
Who
Dark
is
World
great.
is tough. That Thor Dark World is really tough. Malekith, the Dark Elves, Thor's mama served up Malekith, but why is Malekith such a bad guy that so feared? The ether and how slow and boring it was and twisted. But then
And
Loki
I'm
was
sorry,
amazing in that movie, though.
but I don't give a fuck about Jane. I honestly don't give a fuck. And when
Jane.
I
Yeah.
found out when she was coming out for Thor 4, this is my viewpoint on it. If you say, I don't want to play this character anymore, I'm leaving the MCU, okay, you're done. Then Infinity War comes out. How much money did it make? Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Hey, I was just playing. What's up with that next Thor though? No, you said you wanted to leave. You don't come back.
Yeah.
You don't come back. You don't know.
So you
That's
think she
why
was being fake?
yes. I
Yeah.
don't you don't get to come back.
Yeah.
Why? No. And I'm not excited to see her anyway. And
Me
I don't even
neither.
know why they don't have a Thor. I don't know.
She was in the
Only thing
way.
Valkyrie? I fuck with Valkyrie. Other than that, I don't want to see another.
And then speaking of Valkyrie, they sidelined Valkyrie in Thor Ragnarok. Where was she? She wasn't even in it. Now I'm talking about Ragnarok. I really did not like Thor Ragnarok as a Thor movie. It's a good comedy. I laughed at it. It's a good comedy. But as a Thor movie, I feel Thor Ragnarok is so far away from its source material,
Who he
so
was.
far away from who the character is, that I just can't ride with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd rather watch that trash Thor Dark World before I watch Ragnarok as a Thor movie. We're talking about Thor movies, right? Is this Thor Ragnarok gotta go. He lost everything in that movie. He showed no emotion. There was no stakes in it. Hela could have been one of the best villains, but she was in a comedy movie and it helped dumb her down a little bit. I'm taking out Thor Ragnarok. That's the one that has to go for me.
See, okay, that's the thing. Okay, Thor is that's my thing. That's why I didn't put anything down for this one, cause Thor and then Thor 2. Oh my god, watching Thor, I was like, what is this? It's almost like a King Kong movie. It's like just you're not even where you're supposed to be. You're just like with this girl, and then you don't have powers. It's like now first 10 minutes
Yeah,
of Thor fire.
yeah,
I was
exactly.
like, oh yeah, and
Yeah,
then
the Frost Giants.
this is my thing. This is what I'm at odds at
You're not.
because
You're not. Where are you thinking about eliminating the first Thor?
I don't. Okay, this is the thing. I love Ragnarok as a Thor movie. It's not who Thor is, but I freaking love Ragnarok because I think
Bruh, you
well,
about to go
and then
blasphemous up in here. What are you talking about? Take
they
out
screwed
two.
Hulk in
Just
there because they couldn't give him his own movie. But like,
Nick.
in my opinion, that is the best I've ever seen Hulk in the MCU because he could still rage out. He could still kind of like, on a side talk a little bit. I wanted a Hulk that can like, okay, he can rage out, but he can still, have a tiny conversation because it was like it's kind of funny. That's actually who Hulk is. But I wanted Hulk to stay right there. Perfect Hulk, stay right there. Let him rage out. He can still do what he did in Avengers, but give him a little bit more depth to his character. Let him grow a little bit. Then Infinity War happened, and then it just went.
Straight beach
It,
material. Straight
it's just
pussied out of there. Suck, trash. Exactly. That's who he was in Ragnarok to me, though.
I don't think you understand how upset I was when that motherfucker said no. I was
no.
I said, "What do you mean no?" And everybody was like, "Shh." I was like, "You shut up." What do you mean
He
no?
didn't want those hands.
Oh, like that was like you had. I think he had a good hope, and then you just because he should still be able to rage. He can't even rage.
Right. So
And then even in the end game, when he was Professor Hulk, he still couldn't rage. He was just a man with big powers. It's not who Hulk is.
So coming back to Thor Ragnarok, are you giving that a bonus to Thor Ragnarok? Or are you taking away from Thor Ragnarok because of that?
Because I was hyped to see the fight, but the fight wasn't even like a real fight. And as a Thor character, since when is Thor a comedian?
Exactly.
That's when Chris Hemsworth put his own flair onto the character, and it just didn't work. I don't see now. You're making me consider Ragnarok because I honestly didn't know. I was gonna say Thor 2. I was gonna say The Dark World,
and I wouldn't even be mad at you for it. I think Thor 2 is the most hated Thor movie by general audiences.
Yeah, I think I might honestly just say Dark World because
lock it in. Thor Dark World. Boom.
I don't think I did it because as a Thor movie, Thor Ragnarok, I think I got when it came to the fight scenes, I got a Thor, but then again, it wasn't consistent because he needed a hammer, then he didn't need a hammer, and then all of a sudden he needed a hammer again.
Yep.
And then your father just died. You don't fucking care. You're just gonna trust Loki again after all this happened. It's like where's the development here? Like it's like the development like as a direction was awesome, but it wasn't the right direction. He went in the wrong direction. I was thinking Ragnarok was supposed to be this huge story, like a serious dark story.
It was supposed to be.
And I was like, oh, well, this isn't what I was expecting.
But people loved it though. People ate it up because it was funny, and that's what works for the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, Asia's you taking out the Thor Dark World? Yeah, Ragnarok for me for obvious reasons. I've been very vocal. Out of there. Next up,
Captain America.
The Captain America trilogy. So we are. That's
all of them. All of them to me are amazing. Captain America trilogy.
The first Captain America is not an amazing film to me. I wouldn't put amazing on it. It's good. I would say it's good, but Winter Soldier elevated so much, and somehow Civil War slightly elevated even more.
Yes.
I think out of we already did Iron Man and we did Thor. I think this is the easiest one has to go, because for general audience purposes, I feel like most people realize that Captain America: The First Avenger is the weakest Captain America movie out of the trilogy. Yeah. And there's no knock to it. It's just, Asia, there's two better ones clearly in the trilogy.
Yeah. That was a fast one for me. I was like, first Captain America. While I do love it, it wasn't, it wasn't amazing, but I just love Cap. So
same.
I can watch all of them. But,
and there's something special. There's something special in that first Captain America movie of him getting the powers, going to the war, learning and developing. And
out of all the origins, I would say he has like the best origin that I've seen.
Yeah, out of the MCU.
That's my favorite origin.
I would put it there between there and Iron Man 1. I would put it right there. Yeah.
When he threw that grenade, man, and he back away, and everybody looking at him like.
That was beautiful.
He didn't do that. He was over there behind the car,
That was beautiful, but ain't nobody really finna do that shit in real life. Ain't nobody really throwing on themselves on no grenade in real life. Come on, man. That's that superhero element.
Yeah. Cap is like, come on now. Cap. Love Cap. I was watching Civil War the other day, and I was still like amazed. Like the fight scene, I was like, oh my God.
What fight scene? What fight scene?
Oh, well, actually, I was talking about the airport scene.
See, okay, all right. You like Civil War for the airport fight scene. That's not the fight scene for me. It's all about that third act.
But that last fight.
That's the one for me.
Oh man, that direction. toss the shield, punch him a couple of times, toss the
Yeah,
shield back.
yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness, what in the world? Like, oh, that one right there. That one still amazes me.
That third act that's probably the best third act in all of the MCU. That is a really clean third act. It was a twist, a
Oh yeah.
spin that none of us saw coming, and they actually gave us something that we didn't see or didn't even ask for, but we didn't know we actually wanted. And shout out to Civil War. Civil War is the best for me. Then Winter Soldier, right, but below it with that amazing spy thriller, Nick Fury hit that
Yeah.
whole car chase scene, and the Winter Soldier so serious and stakey. Black Widow did her thing. She was terrified. It had a great suspense. So yeah, it's not fair to First Avenger.
I want to talk about Winter Soldier real quick.
Yeah,
because I always want to talk about this with you, and tell me if you agree. In Winter Soldier, when Nick Fury says, "The last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye," I know for a fact that the Russo brothers, right then and there, and Kevin Feige, they had their own side story, what they were going to do with that. They had their own thing. They knew what they put that in there for, and they knew what they were going to do with it. And then Captain Marvel came, and I assume that they obviously didn't watch Winter Soldier, and they probably just didn't think about the story they had. They probably I feel like they just made something stupid up, which kind of like it just put Nick Fury at such a lower level. Like, and I was like, in my head, I'm thinking that's not Nick Fury. And when that cat scratched his eye, I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. They did not watch Winter Soldier, because I know there was miscommunication right there, because they obviously did not know the correct story, because I know it would have been fired. And then they put that cat in there like, what is this? Because I felt that way about Far From Home too. I noticed it, which is why I wasn't that shocked when at the end they showed it was a scroll. That's why I wasn't that shocked.
Yeah, right.
The whole film,
Yeah,
I was like, this is not Nick Fury. The
yeah,
whole entire film, I was like, this Nick Fury's off. Something's up.
yeah.
Then
He
I saw
was
that scroll bill, and I was like, of course, that makes a lot of sense.
As far as the eye scratch thing, I say that I agree and disagree. Yes, I feel like the Russo brothers put that in there for the hopes that later on it will be fulfilled, but they didn't think that it would be done like that. I don't think that they thought it would be done dirty like that, to where Captain Marvel comes in and uses a cat to scratch his eye. And and I guess that's another down point of what Captain Marvel did. She affected other MCU movies that wasn't her own. So yeah, I somewhat agree with that. But we both agree that the first Avengers out of there, yeah?
The first Cap.
First Cap.
Yes, first Cap is out of there.
All right, there it is. That's Cap. What's up next? Oh, yeah. Shoot. All right, let's go. The Avengers movies, yeah?
Yeah.
So Avengers 2012, Avengers Age of Ultron 2015, Avengers Infinity War 2018, Avengers Endgame 2019. One has to go out of the four. So I'll just do a breakdown of all four, and then I'll give my pick, and then I guess you could do your breakdown of all four, and then give your pick. So Avengers 1 is probably the cleanest film. It was the huge accumulation of all of the Avengers movies that still to this day resides in my top 5 MCUs of all time. And that's the only Avengers movie that's in there. So that kind of lets you know that movie's protected. Loved Avengers 1. It was the culmination of what the MCU is, the backbone of the MCU and what it is. So that's why it's staying there as an icon. Age of Ultron was Joss Whedon's second attempt. Marvel got a little bit greedy there, kind of messed with his story a little bit, told him to add Ragnarok elements, and it was really messy. Joss Whedon didn't like it too much. Ultron was kind of goofy. He was a copy of Tony Stark. I thought he was going to be more sinister. I thought he was going to be more dark, but he was just a clone of Tony Stark in robot form. I was disappointed with Age of Ultron. It's a mediocre to okay movie, in my opinion. Infinity War, you guys know how I feel about that. Infinity War was huge spectacle. Great big escapes, in Thanos, Infinity Stones, great action, but no story, no heart, no motivation for what I was watching. I was disappointed with Infinity War, and then in comes Endgame that kind of remedied what I was having issues with Infinity War as far as character development, heart, growth, the characters, the emotion. That timeline, time travel sheet was kind of whack. Can't lie, that sheet was confusing, and I think it was a mistake. But Avengers Endgame is my second favorite Avengers movie. That one stays. Avengers stays. It's down to Infinity War and Ultron. which one of these movies have to go, I'm gonna pick the Avengers movie that I feel ruined a lot of other Marvel movies. Ultron has issues, but it was consistent. Infinity War really, really confused me and messed stuff up. I am taking Infinity War out of there. Out.
Oh, ow. Okay.
Hate me. That's right. Put them in the comment section, you haters. That's right. I said it.
Yeah, me too. I know you're gonna hate me too, even though I'm new. That's okay though. That's what we
Nah,
live
they're not
for.
gonna hate you.
Okay, so Avengers. Oh, being like I was like 11 years old, and
Dang.
I was like I didn't. I remember the first time I watched Captain America: First Avenger. My teacher, when it came out, he had it on DVD, and he literally it had nothing to do with our lesson at all. He just brought it for us to watch. So I'm just like, I'm just like in middle school,
Tight.
like okay, and then that led to Avengers, and he brought Avengers to class to watch, and I'm like, dude, can we learn geography? But I
Tight.
still loved it. And then seeing Black Widow, that was who I was rooting for. Avengers, honestly, I love Avengers because I mean the team up element, bringing all these different characters together, and what I love to see is how everyone clashed and then became a team, and then that's I mean the story is
Yep.
just crisp, the villain is crisp, everything is just so crisp,
Yep, Loki.
and like I mean just clean film.
Mm-hmm.
Age of Ultron. Now, I don't hate Age of Ultron. I actually love Age of Ultron more than I love Avengers because and
Whoa.
same with Guardians of the Galaxy. I love the second one more than the first one because I love to see that character development. I prefer a development film over a team up film because I like to see how these characters are working with each other. Is there any beef? Is there any like anything going? I like to see how these teammates are learning more about each other and how they're like for example that party scene, just seeing how they all are
Mm-hmm.
like together and just learning Hawkeye has a whole family that only Black Widow knew about. We're learning Hulk's trying to battle with his stuff, and then what I love Scarlet Witch in that movie for is she released everyone's fears. I love to see character development. And then certain people didn't have their own solo films, so that introduced me to what's going on in Black Widow's head, what's going on in Hulk's head, and Ultron. Okay, Ultron is I thought he was pretty funny, and I laughed. Not funny in like a funny way, but just like corny. Like leave me alone. Like what is that?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a stupid villain. His plan was really fucking stupid. I'm gonna drop this stuff on the earth, and then everyone's gonna die, and there's gonna be robots everywhere. It's a trash villain. It's like I like him as a villain just for him being there, but as a villain, he's not in any top 10 villain at all. Like Ultron is like Yellow Jacket to me. Like he's not like a Loki or a Killmonger in my eyes. But I just like to see how that team work together. And it's an
That's a good
Avengers
point.
movie.
That's a good point.
I mean, I like to see the character development. The team up was awesome, but to see how these how this team is doing after the team, like that first scene, because that movie came out when I first started to get into superhero movies. So I was like, okay, let me check this out. And that first scene when they was in the snow and they panned the
Fire.
Iron Man, panned the Hulk,
That
panned the
was
Black
fire.
Widow
Yeah,
and
that's fire.
Hawkeye, and then it was that slow motion shot when they all were together.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm here for it. This superhero shit, I'm here for it just for that.
And in that
And
same scene, somebody was doing like a superhero, a super ninja kick. I'm trying to remember who that was, but she looked epic as freak. I don't know, but I remember that shot. That shot was fire. That intro in the snow was
yes,
fire.
that was
Yeah, I can't lie.
beautiful
Yeah,
because it shows
we
you
are the
how
Avengers.
they're learning to work with each other's
Yeah,
powers and
yeah.
everything, and then you see the character development, and then you learn, and you add in two new characters,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's to me it's really grounded. It has a lot of heart and emotion. Now that Thor scene, I don't understand what that was. Does that's the Josh Whedon? That's the Josh Whedon being forced to do stuff that he didn't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I like Sam Raimi forced to put all this shit in there that he didn't want to put in there, but it's like I I love the film, and which is why that one's kind of safe to me. And Infinity War. Now I'm gonna be honest, and this is not any exaggeration. I watch Infinity War and Endgame at least like 5 times a month. I don't know why. Ever since it's come out, I watch the movie like every day. I don't know what my infatuation with
Wow.
it is. I watch it all the
Which one do
time.
you watch more out of Infinity War and Endgame?
I literally like when I go to sleep, I have to go to sleep with TV. I'll just literally just put on a game and go to sleep.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what it is because the only thing about Infinity War is they weren't a team. They did not meet up,
They were
and that's
scattered
why I
everywhere.
didn't
Yeah.
understand. And I understand because I watch a lot of behind the scenes. Like I don't know if you ever do, but I have I have majority of the MCU movies on Blu-ray, and I love to go and watch the behind the scenes and all the stuff, the featurettes that they do. I love to watch that because it gives me more information about the film. And I understand they said that they did Civil War to break them up before their biggest threat. I get that, but that's not what you do. They like the fact that Tony Stark and Cap did not see each other one time in that film. It's just not right to me.
It's
Cap
not.
didn't have his shield. Thor said he didn't need a hammer, and now you're trying to get a hammer. It's just so much not right. Hulk was Hulk, and then now he's not Hulk. It's just so much that's just not right in that film, and they
Mm-hmm.
weren't. That, to me, that's not an Avengers movie. They weren't a team, and then there's so much that was supposed to happen that didn't happen. The last, like the third act, I love the third act more than anything else in the film. But there's a scene where it's Scarlet Witch and Vision fighting like I think it's Corvus Glaive and Proxima Midnight. What pissed me off about that scene is, yes, I love Cap. That Cap scene when he came behind that train was fire. But in that scene, if you notice it, if you really pay attention, she looks at Vision and she looks at them. She takes one more look at Vision and she looks at them. She stands up and she's like, guess I gotta wreck their shit today. And I knew she was gonna give it to me. She stood up, she was like, all right, let me do this. And then Cap came and it's like, oh, Captain America says today. And I was like, no, I wanted to see that. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait. And then in game they gave it to me, I was like, perfect. That's
So you
I
think
love
that Wanda was going to wreck them if Cap didn't show up? She was
I
struggling throughout that whole fight.
I think she was struggling because I mean, I see her as she not only was trying to protect herself, she was so focused on Vision.
Right.
She wasn't really trying to she wasn't really trying to fight for herself. She was more so trying to just throw her and then go get the Vision. I feel like if she actually had to have a one-on-one, I feel like she would have struggled at the beginning, but I feel like she would have kind of overcame it because she was still learning her powers. But I honestly feel like she probably would have wrecked them just a little bit. I kind of feel like she would have.
Okay.
I could see it happening.
Okay. I'm saying, go
But
ahead. Go ahead.
Infinity War was not an Avengers movie to me.
I thought, just for the record, I believe she would have got her sheet pushed in and wrecked by Corvus Glaive and Proxima Midnight. Just for the record, Cap needed to be there. Okay, you go ahead.
I could do that because I'm not gonna lie, I did get really excited, and when I saw Black Widow, I was like, woo! And then Falcon, I was like, Falcon, okay. Still cannot get over that Tupac shit. What the fuck was that? Like every time I see Anthony Mackie, I think about that, and
Papa
I'm just
Doc,
like, what is that? So,
that Tupac and Papa Doc.
oh God. I think when I think about Endgame, it's a refresher to me because I was yes. My boyfriend was like, he said, Papa Doc, 8 Mile. He hears about references like what? But okay, so Endgame, which I watch like every day. Endgame kind of healed my Infinity War experience for me because after Infinity War, seeing everybody like die, I'm gonna be honest, I was wrecked. I was pretty wrecked. I remember that night, like I was like, I sat there in the theater for like an extra 10 minutes, and I was like, what just happened? I was so upset. And then when I came in the end game, I was like so scared, and I was like, what's about to happen? Are they gonna come back? And then the third act is so solid to me, and I'm just trying to, because I don't know. I think I know which one I'm gonna pick, but in game is just the fight. Now, okay, the time travel. I actually really fuck with the time travel. I guess it's because they went back to the old shit. I think that's why.
No, it
It
was
was very,
epic. It was epic. The
it was
resolve of
very.
it.
I didn't like. I was very confusing. And then the whole, it was the whole when you go back in your past, what your past doesn't affect your future. It affects the new universe in the future. I was like, what? I still don't understand that. But the time travel, and then they knew what they were doing by putting the Avengers as the first time travel scene. They knew what they were doing right there.
Mm.
At that time, I fucked with the time travel. I really do love it. But as far as character development, we lost Black Widow, which I still do not understand why they did that. I mean, character development for each character was so solid. Even the ones that came back, I feel like there was such a huge character development there. And I really wanted to see, what was happening in Wakanda those 2 years. But I guess we might figure that out in Black Panther 2.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
But
But
yeah, it hurt when she lost her life. That I actually felt that. It was sad because she didn't get her own solo movie. Now we're getting it afterwards. But that's neither here nor there. You got a hard decision to make. It sounds like.
have you seen? Because I like to watch the featurettes and the deleted scenes and everything. There's the deleted scene. If you have Disney Plus, I recommend you watch it. There's a deleted scene for an in-game. Well, actually, it's not a deleted scene. It's an original scene for what was supposed to happen on Vormir. Black Widow does originally die, but Thanos actually shows up to Vormir. So Thanos shows up to Vormir, and they're like his armies like raiding Vormir, I guess trying to find the stone. So Hawkeye and Black Widow are like, we need to make a decision right now. So Hawkeye's trying to run, and Black Widow, she's like, oh no, fuck that. She runs straight towards it, and it's like one of those epic Black Widow poses where she has the two guns. She's like shooting while she's running, as she's getting shot. So she's like running towards the cliff as she's getting shot, and she's still shooting, and she falls down, and she has to roll to the cliff, and
Dang.
she takes one more look at Hawkeye, and then she rolls off because Thanos actually shows up. So if Thanos
Shit.
showed up, he would have gotten the stone. And I love that scene way more. And they said that the Russo brothers said they scrapped it because they wanted to be just that Hawkeye and Black Widow moment, which I understand. But that scene, it was way more epic. I really wish I would have had that scene. Just a disclaimer.
I'm trying to think about which one would have been better. I'll dwell on that. I'll watch the bonus footage.
It's commentary over the scene, but you can still see what's happening.
Oh, okay.
But it's pretty epic. I love to watch the deleted scenes and the extra scenes. It's really awesome because it gives you like a little bit more depth about the character, which is why I understand why they did Infinity War. But that's just not an Avengers movie to me. They're so separated. And while I do love the Guardians in it, and I love Spider-Man in it, Doctor Strange, I love those whole team ups. But like you said in your phase 3 review, I was expecting everybody to go in on his ass and lose.
Huge disappointment.
Way more. That would have been way more epic because he could have still snapped. They could have still they could have still ended up with the snap.
Seeing everybody rush at him with all their might to still get their butts whooped. That's the real L. Like with all your powers, you couldn't do shit to stop this snap.
The only thing we got close to that was the one with Spider-Man and when they were on Titan.
Yeah.
That was
their little plan. Yeah.
I thought that was pretty awesome. Yeah. And Star-Lord fucked it up. It really fucked it up. But I mean, we should have gotten that team up.
Yeah.
And even though I understand they were leading to the whole team up in Endgame, it had good elements. But I mean, and then it's just the consistency, and then it just messed up a whole lot of things that they developed. I mean, in each movie, it just messed up a lot of things that were already developed. And then Thor, I hate Thor's part in the movie. I'm gonna be honest. Anytime I see Thor in Infinity War, I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah, he's annoying.
I get really frustrated when I see Thor because I don't like his part in it at all. Him meeting the Guardians, pretty cool. But other than that, Thor's part in the film is just so fucking. It just sucks to me.
Whack.
Up to the part when he comes to Wakanda.
It's epic.
Which I thought Thor, the look of Thor and Wakanda is fucking that looks fucking dope. But everything else before that, no, because I thought you didn't need a hammer. That's what this whole movie was about. But I guess.
What do you think?
I'm picking Avengers, Infinity War. We have the same one.
For sure. It's out of
Infinity
there.
War.
Good shit,
That wasn't a good movie to me.
Good
Wasn't
stuff.
it?
You got a lot off your chest there. It was
Which is
wonderful
why
to hear.
I like every day. I love Endgame. I love it. That time travel just does something to me.
Me, not so much the time travel, but more of the characters and stuff, and seeing, yeah, naturally seeing them go back to 2012. That's fire. But the idea of using time travel as the crutch of the movie, I didn't like that.
Yeah, that was a big part of it. They could have, because shit didn't happen till like the third act when Thanos came down. That's when it got like serious, serious.
Yeah, yeah. Shot to Endgame. Bye bye Infinity War. You're out of there.
Bye.
But that's not it. We're not just doing the Iron Man trilogy, the Thor trilogy, the Captain America trilogy, and the Avengers movies. There's some movies that don't have trilogies, that there's just twofers, right?
Yep.
What are those?
Spider-Man and Ant-Man.
Spider-Man and Ant-Man. Spider-Man Far From Home and Spider-Man Homecoming. Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp. So let's do Spider-Man. This is going to be easy for me. Far From Home is a superior movie to Homecoming. In Homecoming, he didn't have no epic web swings. He didn't even throw one punch. I don't think he even killed Birdman. He killed himself. There's no real stakes in that movie to me. He's not a hero. He was afraid of heights. He didn't have spider sense. He was just whack as a little boy in that movie. Spider Boy Homecoming is what that thing is called. That is out of here. Far From Home had its little issues or whatever, but it was much better than Homecoming in my opinion. Bye. Homecoming is gone.
I agree with everything you just said. Only thing is, I actually I was excited to see a younger Spider-Man because I was expecting
Everybody was. Everybody was. Yeah.
I was expecting,
Yeah.
okay, he's a little boy, but I'm expecting him to grow up because I was tired of seeing, because Toby, he was in high school.
He was
but
26 when he first was in the first Spider-Man movie. Tobey Maguire, I think he was
I mean,
26.
he was in high school, but
Yeah.
he
He was a little,
mastered that shit so
he was
fast.
a little
It took
older.
him to
Yeah.
master that shit. Like I wanted to see him
Yeah.
struggle with the powers, and then later on he understands his stakes, and he has to grow into that. People thought he was going to grow into the next Tony Stark, which we can't do that now because fucking Sony. I mean, we were expecting this, growth, which I was excited to see him, but Tony Stark really took over a lot of that movie. It was like a Spider-Man and Tony Stark movie, and
He,
then on top of that,
yeah.
no web swings, which I don't understand. There was no web swings. There was no spider sense. The hardest part about that movie was Vulture. He made the movie
Yeah.
pretty hard, and
Yeah.
then
Anything that had stakes came from him. Anything that had
yeah,
seriousness, anything that had weight and great
that car scene.
acting
Oh
came
my
from
god,
him. Yeah. The
that
car
car scene.
scene.
Oh my
That's the
god.
highlight of the movie. The car scene is the highlight of the movie and has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with Spider-Man or Tom Holland.
And then the thing is, I'm thinking about the movie because like I said, I have majority of the movies on Blu-ray, and I probably put in Homecoming like once or twice. I put in Far From Home
I
pretty
still
often.
have Homecoming in my wrapper, bruh. I ain't
I
even
know
opened
you
it up.
still
I
your
didn't
ass.
even open it up. I don't even know why I bought that shit. It was blue. It was Black Friday. It was on sale for like $7.99, and I just bought
Yeah,
it. Man, that thing's. I ain't watched Homecoming since I seen it in the theaters. You talking about
man.
something with zero rewatchability? It's either the Homecoming and Logan are really really down there. Like Captain Marvel, Homecoming, Logan. Those are down there with rewatchability.
Yeah, oh god, I can't. Like, as I try to rewatch it because I'm a huge Zendaya fan. Zendaya is like a goddess to me. I've been watching Zendaya since I was like, cause she's on Disney Channel.
Hmm.
So I've watched Zendaya grow up as I'm growing up, and she's such an amazing actress. Because I just watched Euphoria, and when I tell you,
Ooh, there's a lot of shit going on in that.
oh,
I
it's
seen 2 episodes. There's so much toxic and drama in that motherfucker. God
oh, I
dang.
was people in high school, and I was like,
Fuck.
what's crazy about that? They're actually pretty right. That's pretty accurate of how high school is. A lot of people they portray high school like Spider-Man: Homecoming when it's actually Euphoria.
Right.
That's actually how it is in this generation, at least. That's how it actually is. So I was excited to see Zendaya. That was the highlight of the film Homecoming to me was really Zendaya, and I like to see him in the suit. But other than that, he wasn't the Spider-Man. That wasn't Spider-Man to me. I didn't get any Spider-Man, in my opinion, and he just kept making stupid mistakes. The fairy scene. Oh my god, Spider-Man would not have done that.
Yeah.
That fairy scene was just Tony Stark had to save your ass. That fairy scene, and they tried to Tobey Maguire it for fan service, but no,
No.
still
Didn't work.
made it whack. That fairy scene really pissed me
He
off because
literally
that
said, "I'm nothing without this suit." I was like, "Oh my god, get this boy out of my face!" I was like, "Get this boy out of my face!"
he
Talking about
pulled a
he's
Thor.
nothing without the suit.
He pulled a Thor. Nothing without the hammer. He pulled a
Yep.
Thor.
So it sounds like you're picking the same movie that I'm picking.
Homecoming, because Far From Home,
Yeah, Homecoming.
Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio was such. It was so crisp. I loved him in that. And then I guess I got to see a little bit more development from him as Spider-Man. We got a couple web swings. And again, we got we got the love story between Zendaya, which I liked, but he still was still a little
It
boy.
was so
He
boyish. It
still
was so
didn't have
kiddie. Ugh.
was very it was very kiddie. And then I'm not a fan of seeing too much of these side characters. Zendaya because she's the love interest and she's Zendaya.
Right.
But seeing the Flash and this other people
Yep.
and the head,
In
that's
the way.
that was really in the way. That's a lot of screen time that could have went to character development for Peter Parker
Yep.
and Spider-Man. That would feel like they
Yep.
wasted a lot of time on that. But Far From Home is I think is way more superior because Homecoming just wasn't it.
Same. I agree 100%.
Yeah. Well, I think we have Guardians or Ant-Man and the Wasp next.
So we have Guardians, which has 2 movies, and the Wasp has 2 movies. Let's get this Ant-Man trash out the way. The first Ant-Man movie's not trash. I take that back. I was just completely thinking about Ant-Man. Ant-Man and the Wasp is gone for obvious. This is the worst MCU movie to me. It's Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel. Those are the 2 worst, and I got Ant-Man and the Wasp at the very bottom. Talk about a movie that didn't need to be made. I was bored in the thing. I wanted to fall asleep in the thing. I wasn't sleepy. I wanted to fall asleep.
I think I actually did fall asleep in theaters.
See, yeah, that's it. Ant-Man and the Wasp gone.
I hadn't even. I think I rewatched it once just to see it again if I did or did not like it.
Next, we're done. Ant-Man done. We're keeping Ant-Man. Ant-Man and the Wasp gone. I don't even want done. Guardians of the Galaxy.
When I think about Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think it's just I was excited because
Oh God, it's about to wreck my mind.
that was the first MCU movie with the female in the title. Because I actually like Wasp, and I think Wasp.
Yeah, that's a
Wasp
shame.
to me, I love Wasp in that movie. But
Yeah, she
and then
looked
I
good,
kind of
too.
like Ghost, but it was just I didn't. Now that I think about it, on my paper I have Ant-Man for going. But now that I think about it, I can rewatch Ant-Man. Because I don't honestly, I'm not a fan of Ant-Man or Ant-Man and the Wasp.
You were
I
about to
like.
get rid of Ant-Man?
I was thinking about it. Now I'm changing my
That's
mind
all opinion. It's all opinion.
because Ant-Man, I can rewatch Ant-Man. Ant-Man was really good, and then the whole Falcon thing that was
There
fire.
were so many wasted characters in Ant-Man and the Wasp, Asia. You had Ghost. She was nothing. She turned out to be nothing. Giant Man. Why is he in the movie? He didn't even go giant.
He didn't do anything.
Or
I guess
Leviathan. What? Goliath.
fans, I
Goliath.
guess.
What the heck? Oh.
Service. I'm pretty sure that was
Yeah.
just for fan service.
I actually thought he was going to be in the MCU for longer than just one movie. I actually thought that he was going to, go Goliath on
That
us.
movie was just made to introduce Wasp and to, I guess, show that the snap for Infinity, they got snap for Infinity, want to introduce a quantum realm.
That's all it was for. That's it.
That's all it was for.
Yep.
It's pretty much. Ant-Man had more. It has more watchability and it's more like remembered to me. I don't think I'm gonna say Ant-Man and the Wasp can go, even though it's sad that was the first MCU movie with a female in the title. The only good thing about Ant-Man and the Wasp would be kind of Wasp. Wasp is pretty fire, and I like seeing her. And I think I think she's one of the strong female. Well, one of the few strong female characters we have in the MCU. I think there's only one not strong female character in the MCU. And that's sad, but there's only one
Wanda.
not strong one in the MCU, even though she was hyped up to be strong. But I think Ant-Man's safe because it
Cool.
has a lot it was pretty good.
Thank you.
And then I guess I just like to see him in other films. I think he's more effective to me in other films. Like I love him more in Civil War than his own movie.
Which is a nice way of saying that he can't carry his own movie. I got you, Asia. I got you. That's a very nice way of saying that.
Yeah, basically, he can't. Really.
He's like, there we go, for sure.
And
So
then,
yeah.
you know, like, what's crazy about that? now that I mentioned that the third Ant-Man film is going to be called Ant-Man and the Wasp. And that's another reason why they had to put her in there because she helped carry the movie. Yeah, the third Ant-Man film is going to be called Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, I believe. When Marvel released all the shit that they have planned for the next few years, Ant-Man and
Yeah.
the Wasp. It's not Ant-Man Quantumania, Ant-Man and the Wasp
Right.
Quantumania.
Right. Right. Right.
So he has a little help carrying the film.
Mm.
Quantumania, more of this quantum realm shit. I thought we were done with that.
Yeah, I just don't care about anything Ant-Man. Like, I just have no care for it.
I, I think it's just in other films. He shines more in other films.
I will skip that movie in theaters. I do not want to watch it. That's where I'm at. But I like the Wasp. I like Evangeline Lilly. She's beautiful and she's dope. Just sucks that they just don't know how to. That's in the kiddie side of MCU. That's in the campy sector of the MCU. And because it's in there, it's doomed.
They recast Cassie Lang for the
Yeah.
third Ant-Man.
They also recast Hawkeye's daughter for the Disney Plus show.
Yeah, they did.
Man.
They did. And I think that girl that's actually one of the
Haley
Russo
Bennett, right?
That's one of the Russo brothers' daughter.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Haley Bennett
Yeah.
is his daughter now, right? From Bumblebee.
No, she's playing
Or no?
Kate Bishop. Haley
Right.
Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld. Yeah, Haley Bennett. Stupid. Haley Steinfeld, yeah, that's okay.
The girl who plays Hawkeye's daughter, I believe, is actually one of the Russo brothers' children.
That's crazy.
Because
That's tight.
I watch a lot of the featurettes, and I actually like to watch like the movie commentaries of the movie, like the directors commentating over the movie, and I believe that's what they said. That's one
Oh,
of their
nice. That's dope. Judd Apatow kind of did that with his kids in his movies. That's good.
I think that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Because honestly, I thought they were going to cancel Hawkeye, but I guess never mind. They changed their mind. I'm pretty excited about that. To see like a training kind of film. I'm pretty excited about that, and she's going to be in the MCU. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not excited for WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier, but I think it'll be nice to watch.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. Okay, so back on track. Ant-Man and the Wasp is gone. Ant-Man stays. So then we have Guardians of the Galaxy. Is that right?
Yes.
Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. Asia, I'm not a fan of. I'm not as big a fan of the first Guardians movie as most people are. Most people like Guardians 1 over Guardians 2.
I was surprised when I heard that because I hate the first Guardians. I watched it once, and that was enough for me. I think I tried to watch it another time, and I was like, "No, I'm good." The second one is amazing. The second one, that story, the characters. I mean, like, I love Gamora. It's like Gamora, she's literally like leading this team. She's like the mom.
She's the mama. Yeah.
I love that scene when they crash the ship and she's like, "Look at this. What did you do? I told you to stop arguing. You're just acting stupid and you're doing this and you're doing that." I just love that. And then I love to see the character development between her and Nebula. I just love that.
The sister love bond hate thing, yep.
Yeah, and oh my God, that scene. He said, "It broke my heart to put that tumor in the brain."
That was it.
Oh.
Yo, ego. He was Kurt Russell, man.
He didn't even think. Nothing. Not even like no brain cells could have even moved. He literally said, "It hurt my heart to put that tumor in." He was like, "What did you just say?" He didn't even
That was
think.
tight.
He straight up. I was like, "That's crazy." I just think
one thing I don't like is that they took his God power away after that movie. I
didn't like that either.
I would have liked to know that Star-Lord was a half god and still had that within him. He needs that, in my opinion. I think he needs
honestly.
that.
But each character, Yondu, Rocket,
amazing.
Groot, every character, even though Groot was like a baby, he still
baby
had.
Groot.
That was one of my favorite Marvel intro scenes ever. Groot dancing around. That's one of my favorite ones. I just love
cute.
It's beautiful. Like the colors are just beautiful.
It's the most beautiful looking MCU movie to me.
Like I said with Avengers, same with the Avengers Age of Ultron. That development movie, is what makes me like it. The team up movie's cool,
Yeah.
but seeing how all these characters are bonding together, learning how to use their powers together, how they're fighting together, how they're growing together, that's what makes it for me. That growth makes it for me. The team up is awesome, but that growth is what really drives the movie, what drives the team for me. So Guardians 1, that Thanos, that Ronin, nah, that's not it. That Ronin in it, and whatever that when Thanos was black, because it used to be a black man playing Thanos, and then they changed
Oh
it.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's the real Thanos in my opinion. That's the real Thanos. That's the Thanos I wanted. Not this. Not the Adrian Brody. What was his name? Josh
Yeah.
Brolin. Josh Brolin. Thanos. He was in the way. I didn't like the pink salmon looking Thanos. I like the menacing, emitting, glowing eyed Thanos. That's the one.
Didn't I feel like that too? Like the look, they just changed
It
the look.
changed so drastically.
That old look was that look. I like
Much
that
more
look.
fire.
It looked more like realistic. It just
And he looked more like Thanos.
looks like a big man. It doesn't look like an actual Thanos.
He was much
Like
more comic accurate looking as well. Yeah, he just looked better.
yeah, he looked way more like the comics. I would
Yeah.
prefer that look of Thanos. Now, as far as voice acting and motion capture, I could see Josh Brolin, but it's just the look. His look just took over way too much. It took me out of it.
Yeah, it made you put Brolin's face on Thanos.
Yeah, I remember watching your trailer reaction. You said it's literally Josh Brolin, like when they did fucking Will Smith. It's
And
literally
the
Will Smith.
genie.
The genie's not Will Smith. Will
Will
Smith is the
Smith.
genie. I remember seeing that like, okay, well, we're not gonna try
That
to look like the genie. We're just gonna make it look like Will Smith. It really,
was
it really.
epic. That was funny. That was a funny freaking moment.
Oh my
Golly.
god! When I watch Infinity War, I have to turn away from the screen. When Thor pushes that hammer in, he looks demonic. When he screams that, when he screams when Thor pushes the hammer in his chest,
Oh, okay, okay. And his mouth
screams
opens up real big. Yeah.
fucking demonic. His eyes open wide. He looks demonic. I have to be like, oh my god.
Oh
I feel like
wow.
I'm gonna go or some shit.
Thanos' breath smells like booty. That's for sure. I already know. That she smell like straight cheeks. I'm already knowing. But
But anyway, Guardians 1 goes for me because I like to
same,
see that development.
same. Guardians one's out of there because two has all the heart.
Yeah.
It's got the heart.
I
I
don't,
cried. I cried at the funeral. You know,
oh yeah.
he may have been your daddy, father, but it wasn't your daddy.
Well, Daddy, I was oh
Yeah, I was
man.
like, sheesh.
He was like no. He gave him the shield thing. He
That
was like
Ravager
no.
funeral, that she hit.
That was awesome.
Yeah, so I agree.
I'm
Guardians.
excited for Guardians. I'm pretty excited for Guardians 3 though, because I was worried when they took away what's his James Gunn when they took him away.
Oh
I
yeah,
was like, oh, I'm worried. And then I remember I think they said they were going to get Taika Waititi to take it over, and I was like, potential, but nope, I can't see it. And then they got him back. I was like, okay, we're safe. I'm excited. I'm excited about that.
same.
Now the last one is the solo people, the solos. Incredible Hulk, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, and Doctor Strange.
So we have to pick one that has to go out of Black Panther, Incredible Hulk, Doctor Strange, and Captain Marvel.
Yes.
Black Panther's the best. Incredible
Yeah.
Hulk is Doctor Strange second best. Incredible Hulk third. Captain Marvel sucks. Like absolute trash suck. You know, the whole SJW momentum that she brought to the MCU. Brie Larson making her YouTube channel to make her seem more likable, but they just hate her more because they can tell that she's being fake. She brought a lot of dismay to the MCU, the interviews that they had, the jokes that they were making for promotion, seeing Don Cheadle and Chris Hemsworth there looking like they were disgusted with being there next to her. She brought
I
all these
noticed.
politics in out.
I know that Chris Hemsworth,
Yeah,
Chris Hemsworth, and Brie Larson, they do not like each other.
yeah,
You
it's
see it in
clear.
the interview when they talk. They're just like they just have that look towards each other. Like
It's there.
no,
Captain
it's
Marvel out.
okay. Of course, Doctor Strange is Black Panther was saying. I wanted to say Incredible Hulk because I hate that movie. Because when I
You
was
hate
like,
Incredible Hulk more than Captain Marvel?
honestly, now my mom got me Captain Marvel on Blu-ray, and I was like, I don't want this. But I tried to rewatch it a couple times, and rewatchability. If I can just ignore her, and actually watch the movie,
Mm-hmm.
I think it has pretty good rewatchability. There are a lot of things about how the movie is filmed that I like. Certain scenes.
Mm.
I like there's certain scenes that were filmed a certain way I really like. I honestly I could rewatch Captain Marvel or Incredible Hulk because I had to stop watching Incredible Hulk. I couldn't do it.
You couldn't
I was
finish it.
no, I couldn't finish it. And when I actually tried to like rewatch the second half, I was like, I can't do it. I couldn't finish it. Now I have
Wow.
seen separately the I was about to say Doomsday. What's Abomination?
Abomination.
I have seen separately that fight. I have
Yeah, she said Doomsday. She tripping.
I have seen separately that fight. And the fight's it's pretty solid, but I can't. I would say I'm voting for Incredible Hulk. I can rewatch Captain Marvel. If I just ignore Brie Larson and just watch the movie, I can rewatch Captain Marvel. I rewatched it a couple
Wow.
times. But Incredible Hulk, I will never rewatch that movie ever again. You can't do it.
Dang, that's mind blowing. All right, so you're getting rid of the Incredible Hulk.
That one's gone for me.
Okay. Well, Captain Marvel for me, that has been
Yeah.
a full onslaught of the whole MC. That was like the whole MCU
Yeah.
from like beginning to end. We put it all down there, ladies and gentlemen, from Iron Man trilogy, Cap trilogy, Thor trilogy, all four Avengers movies, Spider-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yep.
and then the four Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Hulk, and Doctor Strange movies. Let us know. That was a long video, great discussion, talking to Asia, the whole MCU basically. That was fire.
This for a long time. I love this.
Shout out to this girl right here, Asia Shamir.
I don't know when I'm gonna get this chance again, so I'm trying to get everything
She
out.
has her whole YouTube channel right here. Let me plug it again. Boom.
Ooh.
81 right there. Asia Shamir. Beautiful. Has her amazing different art styles to her, from video reactions to shopping and fashion and beauty and makeup and cosmetology, all that great stuff. Y'all make sure y'all check out Asia's channel, because you're going to be doing more videos over there too, right?
Yes,
You plan on
I have
uploading more.
have a vlog coming this Saturday, and then I have WandaVision. The spoiler review is gonna come for that soon, like very soon. Like I'm gonna try and get that done immediately, and then I do music reactions. So there's a song dropping tonight, which I'm gonna react to it tonight. So I like to do everything I love.
What's the song? What's the song?
It's Ariana Grande. It's the song called 3435, and there's a remix to it with Megan Thee Stallion and Doja Cat.
Oh damn, that shit gonna be ratchet as freak. Oh shoot.
It is, but I'm excited. But yeah, especially for the Marvel content, I really want to start getting some Marvel content on my channel because I love talking about Marvel and Scarlet Witch. I'm so excited for these next few hours. It's 6:35 here, so I don't have that long to go.
So you're gonna be there for midnight.
Oh yes, I was when Disney Plus first launched. I was there for midnight. I downloaded it at midnight, and it was having technical difficulties for like the first 24 hours, but I didn't care. I still watched it. 2:00 in the morning, I was watching like Hannah Montana or some shit. Like I was so serious about it. Like I didn't wait to wake up to download Disney Plus. 2:00 in the morning, I set an alarm to make sure I had that shit. Best subscription I've ever paid for Disney Plus.
Shout out to Disney Plus. Shout out to our girl Asia Shamir, who just put up on Jody's Corner and showed you guys just exactly who she is. Once again, check out my girl Asia Shamir's YouTube channel. Shout out to everybody who's watching. Put in the comment section what you guys think about her opinions on the Marvel MCU and my opinions on the Marvel MCU. And we'll see you guys on the next video. That's Asia. I'm Jody Joe. We out. Deuces. Good shit, Asia. That shit.